Okay, so today what we are going to be working on is really starting to basically rewire your brain. Your brain is going to be used to thinking and feeling a certain way as it is associated to horses. Okay, we all have specific ways that our brain will automatically think in relation to everything. Okay. When you think about a good friend, your brain is going to always start making you feel happy and nostalgic and, like maybe calm or content when you think about that, your best friend. But if you think about, some horrible, nasty experience, some memory of being bullied, you're going to feel, you're going to start to withdraw a bit. You might, get like a yucky posture because you want to protect yourself. You're going to start feeling all those negative things. But the beautiful thing about our brain is you can actually change it. Maybe you don't believe me, but I promise you it's true. It is scientifically proven, okay? But that is not what this challenge is for, to scientifically prove this to you. But it is a fact, and you can actually change how you think about things. And that is part of what we're going to be doing during this challenge, because a lot of the negativity, a lot of the sadness, depression, anger, resentment, all of this kind of stuff that we're going to deal with is literally, we need to be showing ourselves what we should be feeling and healing from all the negative and showing our brain a happier path, a better path. But just like, the wagon trails, many, many years ago, how it would create ruts. There are ruts in your brain of a pathway, right? And it's going to be deep and it's going to be ingrained and it's going to be hard to change. Basically, it's like a deep running river. And all of a sudden, you're trying to use, a shovel to be like, no, we're going to start thinking this way. And it's going to take a lot of time. Right? You're going to have to take your shovel out there. I don't know about you, but I actually literally have to take a shovel out and create mini rivers in our yard here to help the water get through. And the water always wants to go a certain way, and I always have to try to change it to be a different way. And you got to go out there every single day. And you got to, no, I need you to run this way, water, because this way it gets it out and around and it doesn't make a big mess over here and blah, 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 blah. But you have to go out there every single day to do it. Otherwise, it will run to this other low spot and create a big mess. Now, if I'm assuming you're following my train of thought here, the same goes with our minds through all of this journey, okay? Is you need to be doing this stuff every single day. That's why this isn't I'm only coming to talk to you once a week here. This is the kickstart. This is you launching into who you want to be now for the rest of your life, okay? So this is why it is so important to actually do the things every single day, because that is going to start helping you create a new path for your brain to actually create. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to reflect back onto the emotions of yesterday of what happens when you don't see your horses, what happens when you do see your horses, okay? And we want to start creating whether you want to call it an affirmation, manifesting, you want to create a phrase that you can be basically calling upon and saying to yourself at least 3 times a day. And so you're going to look at your list of emotions and you're going to focus on the good ones, the ones that really, mean a lot to you. So whether it's when maybe you struggle with feeling unworthy, and so you're gonna want to pick worthiness, or I am worthy. Or maybe you really struggle with I am not good enough, or whatever. And so you're struggling with those negative things, but you know that horses make you feel better. And so you're gonna really want to focus on what you want and the positive side. So affirmations or manifesting, they need to be positive. It's not I don't want to be, or I am not, I don't like, nothing like that. It's like I am worthy. Okay, do you see where I'm going with there? And if you can actually make the phrase I am and then your what you need, what you want, that is extremely powerful when you start adding the I am. So you want, that needs to be positive. It needs to be present tense. So that's where the I am comes into play. You don't want it to be like futuristic. So you don't want it to be like I will, I want, because your brain doesn't understand that. Your brain, when it hears I will or I want, your brain can decide, well, just because I want it doesn't mean I'm going to get it, right? And so that gives your brain reasonable doubt that it might not happen. We don't want that. We want our brain to believe that I am worthy, I am confident, I am happy, I am deserving of joy, I am content, I am thriving in my life. We want our brain to start believing in what we are saying, because our brain literally does not know the difference if we are talking about something that actually is not happening yet or has happened yet. When we talk like this, when we talk about ourselves in a negative way, our brain assumes that it's true. That's the really sad thing about it. But we can twist that power around so that when we talk about things as fact and present tense and positive, our brain is going to start believing that it's true. But just like learning anything new, you need to do it frequently for your brain to finally start believing that it's true. So I encourage you to set an alarm on your phone, on your smartwatch, whatever it is, for 3 times a day. So morning, noon, night, however that looks like to you, and to take those times to actually say your affirmation or manifesting, whichever, however way you know that feels good to you. And while you say it, I want you to do it in a power pose. So I don't want to jump out of my frame here, but for example, let's just pretend I'm standing. Power poses can be, like the Superman pose. Power poses could be with your hands up in the air, like you're just screaming to the world. You're some people really feel this. Or it can be more of like a heart, an inner feeling, an inner knowing and nurturing. And that's when you can, put your hands to your chest. So when you're making your affirmation, stand up, do it with one of these 3 power poses and see which one feels the best. One of them is going to feel different than the other 2. And that's the pose that you're going to want to do with it. The power poses are also scientifically proven. I'm not speaking mumbo jumbo here. If you want to look up the facts, you can, but I encourage you to not waste your time, because that's not what the goal of this 30-day challenge is. I'm not sending you down some crazy rabbit hole, okay? They work, trust me, it is a fact, and it's really going to help bring it home. So let's say you actually you work out of the house and you don't want to be saying your affirmation in the lunchroom in front of a whole bunch of people, doing your Superman pose. Maybe that would make you feel really silly. That's fine. There are bathrooms for this. So you can do it there. If you are somewhere that you feel that you can't do it, you feel too silly or whatever, then push snooze. Wait 10 minutes and get yourself somewhere so you're not going to forget to do it, and do it. Because you start doing this 3 times a day, your brain is going to change, I promise. But you have to do the work. You have to meet me halfway here. This challenge will change your life if you do the work with me, okay? So what I want you to do today is focus on creating your affirmation, your manifestation, and pick your power pose. And now I want you to be super brave here, and I want you to share it. Share what your affirmation is. You don't have to share why you picked those words. You don't have to share. So if yours is, I am worthy of joy, you don't have to share the reasoning behind maybe your depression that you're struggling with. You don't have to. You just, like, how beautiful is it just to share your wonderful affirmation of what you deserve, what you want, what you have, what you're creating. So share your affirmation, and also comment below it, beside it, whatever, what your power pose is. Superman, heart-centered, or victorious. And pick and share which one that you're doing, okay? It's going to start opening up your heart for movement, for this energy that's circulating through all of us in this challenge, in this group. This this atmosphere is going to start empowering you to do amazing things in your life. And when you comment, when you share this, it's going to open up your heart to actually receiving this beautiful energy that we're all sharing with each other. So be brave. Share your affirmation in the comments, please. Okay? I'm going to be sharing mine. Don't worry, because this is all stuff that I am doing right along with you. That's the beautiful thing about this challenge is you're going to be able to come back to this and use it again and again and again, because every time you're feeling like you're got a little stuck, you fell off the wagon, whatever, every time you do it, it's going to be different. That's the beauty of it. And this challenge is always going to live here so that you can come back to it whenever you need it. Okay? So share your affirmation, please, and we will talk to you tomorrow.